And pull up PNB, BoB and Dena Bank for our viewers. Now a note and a view coming in from CARE Ratings, which has downgraded the capital bonds of these three banks. That's PNB, BoB and Dena Bank. And I'm being joined by Vijay Agrawal, Joint General Manager at CARE Ratings, to run us through that. Vijay, thank you so much for speaking with us. I have my colleague Hiral who joins me on this conversation. Run us through the rationale behind, this move that you've undertaken. Of course, it's no secret that NPAs have been at one of the worst levels for the industry. But why have you specifically chosen these three banks? What sort of the concerns are you seeing at this point on these three banks?
Yeah, if you see, we have reviewed our entire public sector bank portfolio, and it's not just these three banks, but there are other banks where we have revised the rating. If you look at it after the asset quality review by RBI, the results for December quarter have really shown more than expected deterioration in the asset quality and consequently weak profitability. As far as Bank of Baroda and Punjab National Bank is concerned, we have retained rating on the lower tier 2, which is AAA. However, the other bonds, which are upper tier 2 and the tier 1 bonds and the additional tier 1 bonds under Basel III, these bonds have lock-in clauses which are more closely linked to the capital adequacy and profitability of the bank. And because of the weak profitability, we have revised these bonds rating by one notch in case of Bank of Baroda and Punjab National Bank, while retaining the lower tier 2 rating, which does not have any lock-in clauses. As far as Dena Bank is concerned, because of the overall deterioration in the other parameters as well, we have revised even the lower tier 2 rating from AA to AA minus, and the other ratings have been more severely notched down because of the performance of the bank being further down than some of the other public sector banks.
Vijay, this is Hiral on this side. So as you've mentioned that there are a few bonds where you have taken a rating downgrade. Now, when it comes to a default as per CARE's definition, what are the kind of concerns that you are looking at right now with all of these banks that could lead to a default in terms of your ratings going ahead?
Yeah, see, if you look at the CARE's definition of default, any missed payment on any of these bonds will constitute a default. Having said that, we definitely expect a lot of government support, so that is intrinsically factored into the rating. However, the weakening has been recognized in revising these ratings, especially this bonds, as I said, upper tier 2 bonds under Basel II and the additional tier 1 bond under Basel III. There, the coupon payments can be made only if a bank makes profit or if there is a free revenue reserve. So therefore, those particular instruments have been revised downwards more severely than the other bonds where there are no lock-in clauses. Right now, we expect some government support in case of need. Therefore, some of the ratings are where they are. However, we'll be reviewing the situation closely and we'll wait for further results.
Okay, Vijay, thank you so much for speaking with us. That's CARE Ratings saying they reviewed the entire PSB portfolio, not just these three stocks that you're talking about, which is PNB, BoB and Dena Bank, all three at the day's low level. In fact, also just pull up the bank Nifty